Coach, Friday you were hosting Kaizer Chiefs. Firstly, your thoughts on that one and the title race, which seems to be very tight at the moment.
Well, we know we're playing a very good team. They've done well in the past two games, against Islands and against Marisbeck. So they've collected points, high on confidence. And it's a very difficult, team to prepare against, because they always change, the way they play. But what's important is for us to try and focus on us because we're playing at home. That's very key, and try and impose our game on them. And put our best foot forward because we are also playing at home.
Title race, so what do you make of things at the moment when it's so tight?
Well, I think it's like you said, it's very tight. Compared to last season. I think last season, with about eight games or 6 games to go, we already knew who were the contenders. It was Pirates and Sundowns and Pirates. But this season is very difficult. It's very tough that you can't really, really look beyond the next game. And for us, what's important is for us to focus on the next game and try and, give in good performances and collect as many points as we can. I think when it's about 3 games to go, I think we'll start, seeing the picture. Because at the moment you lose one game, you can end up with number 8. So it's very unpredictable. So it's very important that we focus, we concentrate on ourselves, and make sure that we collect as many points as we can.
Coach, 5 points between you and the leaders. Have you started maybe with the team now talking about maybe the possibility of you guys going all the way?
Well, I think each and every team at the moment in the league, from number 1 to number 7, I think mathematically there is still a possibility that any team can win the league. But what's important is for us to concentrate on ourselves and make sure that we collect points, because what's important is to get the points, and that's what wins you the league. It's not just about checking how many points are you from the team which is above you. If you focus on that, you lose sight of what you need to do in terms of your performances, because your performances leads you to win games, and that's what we need to focus on.
Coach, last time you welcomed a team from Soweto at Mbombela, that you managed to get all spoils, but the last time Chiefs hosted you in Mbombela, you actually lost the game. How will this be of any difference?
Well, there's no difference. For us, it's another game, also a tough game. We are playing at home, and I think the last time they were playing at home as well. And I think prior to that, they knocked us out of the Telecom Cup. So we know it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a very tough game. That's why we need to try and focus on that and concentrate on that game, and not really look way ahead ourselves. I think the game against Pirates, it's long gone. So this is the most important game for us.
Coach, what's your view on this Chief side? They're strong points, weak points, and how can you exploit them?
Well, I think their strongest point is that they are very unpredictable. They can adapt to any way of playing. Sometimes they can play a diamond in midfield, and they've got the players to do that. Sometimes they play with 3 at the back and try and overload the midfield and up front. So they're very unpredictable. So I think that's an advantage of them. And sometimes they also play lopsided. You sometimes find TNT playing as a right wing back when he's left-footed. But the other thing now, they've got speed in Zuma and Kama, they play off Castro, who can hold the ball for them. And also the revival of Bernard Parker, I think he's playing his best football at the moment. He's working very hard, and they look very solid. They are structured even defensively. They defend well as a team. So we really need to prepare well for them.
Coach, do you think this is like a vital stage of the season? If you had to lose this game, do you feel like the title race has slipped at that point? I know it's very tight up there, but it will start to split now with the amount of games. And do you see this as a very crucial game to win?
Yeah, it is a crucial game to win, but I don't think it will be the end, because if you look at all the teams, they still have to play each other. We still have to play Sundowns, we still have to play Polokwane City, and it's now we're playing Chiefs, so points are going to be dropped. We still have to play Vets as well, so points are still going to be dropped. I don't think this game can really show us where we're supposed to go, but it will be a good thing for us to win, so that we also get closer and closer and closer.
Coach, looking at what's happening at the top of the log at the moment now, with the dropping of points, and when maybe the number of points that the team that wins the title will end up with, would you say, is this a good thing in as far as competitiveness is concerned in the league, or is this just a poor season?
For me, this has been a very good season, because I don't think when a team wins the league with 70 points, and I think it says a lot about the league. But if you look at it now, I think the team which wins the league will have 60 points, and for me that shows how competitive it is. And look at the points difference, from number 1 to number 7. It's only probably 7 points, and that's very close. So for me, the league has been very competitive. I don't think we would even thought of seeing, also a team like, Polokwane City. They're also at the top there. With us, they're like that, mosquito, in your ear at night. When we win one game, they come back, they also and win. So they always, closer and closer and closer. So the league has been very competitive. You're not guaranteed, to get points even from the teams which are at the bottom. We played Baroka after playing Pirates, and we lost to Baroka after beating Pirates. So the league has been very competitive, and I think for me, all the years I've been here, this season has been very competitive, and it has been very close.
And maybe, Coach, the fact that you're not in the CAF tournament, how much of a distraction is it, especially for both Pirates and Sundowns, are both in the CAF competitions, and they still have to travel? And I mean, you have been in the competition before. Surely you know how CAF tournament can be a distraction.
Yeah, I think it depends. For a team like Sundowns, I don't think it's quite a huge distraction, because I think they've been doing this for the past 5, 6 years. So for them, it's normal now. But the only problem is when you compete, this year, and then you spend another 4 or 5 years without going back to Africa, it becomes a problem, because you need to adapt, you need to adjust in terms of your squad as well. But Sundowns, they know the terrain, so I don't think even last season they won the league, but they were still playing in Africa. So it's not an issue for them. But for us, it was a little bit difficult, because it was the first time we really went all the way, to the final. So it really, took a lot, from us, because it was, the first time. We really needed to adjust, and it nearly, we nearly paid for that, because we struggled in the league. But if we can do that consistently, I think it will help our players, because I think we gained a lot there. Mentally as well, our players became a little bit more, stronger mentally, because of the travels and the conditions you come across, we could adjust. So that's the only difference. You can even see, Pirates, I don't really think they are really struggling. They are doing well in Africa. They can still go to Oroya and get a result there, because they are a good team. They are used to that. They've got the personnel to go and get results in Africa.